Welcome back.
Hey guys, and welcome back on my YouTube channel. It's your boy Troll. In today's video we're gonna review Sergius. Sergius is one of the, not few, many, but okay, he's one of the 3 legendary heroes that you can get in the game for free, 100% for free. How do you get him? As I explained already multiple times, you can go to the arena, to the shop, and you can buy a shard of Sergius. When you buy a shard of a hero that you still don't have in this game, you simply acquire the hero and you acquire the legendary relic that he comes with. In case of Sergius, it's gonna be the wind. In case of Florentius, it's the fire one. Also guys, by the way, as a reminder, you're gonna have the link in the description of the video, but guys, if you like the videos, if the videos help you out, and if you scroll on the very bottom, you can support the channel. You simply come here, click on support, you log in with your details, and you click required and you click yes. By doing this, you're gonna help the channel, you're gonna help the channel to grow, but I will also receive rewards that I can basically then use for you as a free stamina, free gems, free stuff like that. So me, by simply doing videos for you, I'll get rewards that then you can claim in game. So again, but simply, if you just enjoy the content and you want to help out, I would really appreciate if you could come and support the channel. Now, you can only support one content creator, but if you feel like my content helps you more than others, well, just support me and fuck everyone else, yeah. Is it? It is. It is. Is it? I think. Oh my god. No, it has to be fire, right? It is fire. Okay. Now, Sergius, the wind hero. Shard is for 8,500. It will take you some time before you can buy it, and personally you can see the video and check yourself, but let's just say that the tokens are 100% better and you should focus on the tokens, right? But yeah, let's check the heroes. Let's just check his skill sets, everything. So yeah, as I told you, you're gonna get him in wind with his wind legendary relic. His attack, his base attack is so -12, 51% of his attack, and charges the attack bar by 15%. The second skill is simply apply focus target on the enemy for 1 turn, decrease your passive cooldowns by 2 turns, and charges attack bar by 30%. Then we're gonna have his third spell, which is attack all enemies. Damage is 40, 52, so it's gonna be 98, right? 52, yeah, it's gonna be 98% attack because I skilled up. Then you're gonna also decrease the target's attack bar if you have applied previously focus target, and then recharges all your allies' attack bar by 25%. Now, what's focus target? So basically, it's a debuff that you will apply, which inflicts evasion rate decrease by 2. So evasion rate decrease 2 and critical strike resistance decrease 1. For the rest of the battle, it's not really true because it will not be for the rest of the battle. It's till basically this focus target debuff is on the enemy. And then also whenever you hit the target, he will lose 1 buff. So on paper, it sounds like an amazing support damage dealer. Not really. So he's basically like an attack speed booster and control unit all together in, right? Even if we check here, we can see that he is a support unit as set by the game. And also leader effect, hit accuracy, which is not bad, especially you really need it late game. But then since you're also gonna apply evasion down, well, it's great to have both together. Now, in terms of the passives, so to the heart, you're gonna attack 1 enemy, 51% damage, and inflict focus target. So remember that in this game, when you're gonna set your auto fights, you can only set 1 spell. You cannot set, S2 into S3 or S3 to 1. No, you're gonna set up 1 spell that they're gonna do. If they cannot do it, they're basically gonna do the other spells. I don't know, let's say we're gonna set up 1 on S3, but when his turn comes, he only has 2 mana. He will do S2 if you set up S2. If you don't set up S2, he will do S1 if you set up S1, etc. But you get the point. You cannot say, do this spell on this turn or whatsoever. You can only set up one spell to be focused, and then he will do whatever he can with the vigor he has when his turn comes. But since we cannot focus which spell when do you do, his S2 is kinda stupidly useless. Because you want to use him for S2, and you cannot do S2 in... you want to use him for S3, you cannot do S2 into S3, so technically speaking, to make it work on automatic, you're gonna rely on this passive. You're gonna rely on the fact that he will inflict focus target on the enemy when you get hit. Or you can also build his chivalry to C2, and you simply inflict focus target at the start of the battle. However, it's a random enemy. A random enemy might be left arm, right arm, left eye, etc., etc. So it's not guaranteed you're gonna land this on the boss, which basically means you will not be reducing his attack bar as per skill tree. His second passive is when attacking, if the target has focus target, gain amplification for 1 turn. This is his passive. So we're gonna test it out, but amplification, he only gets it, no one else. And then passive third, after using a skill, recharges 1 vigor. Again, his skill, his vigor. But yes, since everything is around decreasing attack bar, being fast, etc., you want to build him as effect accuracy, attack speed, which means no attack, no crit rate, crit damage. Basically a support unit, not a damage dealer, so he doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, there are 2 places that sound great, which is basically Tarask or Arcelus, right? On paper, those 2 places, he would be insanely good. Now, 2 problems with that. In Arcelus, you might say, okay, I'm gonna put him instead of Merlin, right? Okay. Now, the problem is, technically speaking, how Arcelus works, the boss will never ever hit you. What does that mean? It means that his S3 is completely useless because you will not decrease the attack bar. And then if you set him up only on focus target, you're basically bringing a useless champion. Like, honestly, no one cares to decrease the evasion rate. Like, it's pointless. So, honestly, his shit in Arcelus. Like, I don't see how Merlin, how her, Claudas, or how even Alan is not better than Sergius in this dungeon. Where's my Alan? Yeah, even Alan would be better than Sergius. At least if it works as it's supposed to be, Alan will be better than Sergius, right? And then, okay, so let's go to the other place that he sounds amazing to be used. So we go to Tarask, right? Still haven't done fucking Tarask 10. So Tarask 10 is, okay, let's do Tarask 10. I tried to use this team. The only problem is it doesn't work. Now, okay, if I change to fire, but then again, no one has fire, right? Okay, great. So let's say this is the team you're gonna try to use. Now, on Tarask 10, he's super fast, which basically means he will hit you, and then he will apply the focus target, which is great because that's how his intent, like that's how he needs to work, right? Now we're gonna follow with Morgana. And as you can see, she does not have amplification. What amplification? So if we go this, boom. So now he has amplification. So again, amplification is only for him and no one else. But yeah, we're gonna continue. Boom, boom, boom. Great, etc. And well, oh great, right? Now the problem, the big problem is if he doesn't recharge his vigor, your Bedivere or whoever else you're gonna use will not have enough vigor for his skill 2. Because again, this is skill 3. So even if you have a vigor set on Sergius, Morgan, and Jillian, you technically won't have enough of vigor to do S3 of Sergius and S2 of Bedivere. Now, yes, Sergius not resets, but adds more vigor, but again, it's not every turn. So again, not ideal unless you increase his chivalry. So now we're gonna go 3. So yeah, so far, it's okay. We have the vigor. Let's continue. Sexy, sexy, lovely, lovely. Then we're gonna do S3. And then we're going to Bedivere, and we can only do S1. So, okay, he works more or less as intended, right? All great, but you basically need more or less a champion that does his S1 only. Because, okay, there will be a possibility that if Bedivere does his spell, like he did here, he just did his S1. Because you didn't have enough of vigor. And then again, it basically means the boss might earn a turn because you have only 2 control units. So, as great as he is, well, number 1, there you go. The boss has no focus target. Well, Sergius is just speed boosting your team. Is it enough? Nah, not really. Not really. And, magnificent. Magnificent. Focus target on the right arm. Yes, because the arm hit us, not the boss. So now the focus target is not... You can have focus target on different targets. That's not the problem. But the focus target is not on Tarask. So it's also not 100% sure that you will land the buff that allows you to decrease the attack bar on the boss. So what I'm trying to say here is overall, you will not need Sergius for any of the dungeons. He's just not reliable. You cannot trust him. Because of S3, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Honestly, I tested Sergius in multiple dungeons. I had feedback that he's amazing, that people are using him everywhere, or he's so great. It's bullshit. And that's my fault, because obviously in my tier list, Sergius was quite high. But again, it was based on very known people feedback, right? Because again, that's all I can do. But no, Sergius is ass. Sergius, as he works right now, is just very specific to setup. He doesn't do damage. His S3 to have the full potential, there's just so much thing that you also need to set up, hit correctly, etc, etc. So, as it is right now, for me, Sergius has no space in PvE. However, he might have space in PvP with the fire artifact that increase the attack bar of all your allies by 60%. Now, the only reason I say he might have in PvP, it will only depend on his basic speed. So here, let's say he's fully boosted. Attack speed 101. Okay. And if we go to Morgan, sorry. What's her basic speed? 130. So even in PvP, he gonna be shit. So, 3 legendary, Sergius? Yes. Should you get him? Fuck no. Stay away, waste of coins, don't buy him. And I will say the same for Florentius. I will not even get him to test him out. Simply because the silence, we don't care. You get, this is fire? Wait, this is fire? No, this is wind. This is fire. So, again, if I'm not mistaken, we get him in fire. Attack one enemy 2 times for 250 damage. Okay. Well, you can stun and you inflict oblivion. So, okay, great. For PvP or maybe some specific forbidden dungeon stages. Great. This one, Akolon for me, again, in my opinion, Akolon is just 100% better than spamming spell 2 and just letting him die, right? And then his S1, same, completely. I just, honestly, the champions, the 3 champions from the arena. This is actually, yeah, I guess So, yeah, there are super PvP oriented champions. Like, for me, those are PvP oriented champions. And then even when it comes to PvP, they are not that great. Really not that great. So yeah, that's my review of Sergius. It's like his S2 should be his S3, and it should be way easier to apply focus target Maybe if they develop the game when you can actually choose spells per turn, etc. So you do S2 into S3, and then you spam S3 until you do S2, like stuff like that. Okay, maybe then it will be a bit better, but will it actually? Like, he's not 100%. You can't rely on him. It will not make your like run of Terrask or whatsoever 100% run. So overall, for me, I do not recommend building or getting Sergius. Hence why when we look at the arena, that's why I told you, for me, right now in the arena, all you need to buy, if you need Tristan shards, go ahead. Tristan is amazing. Obviously the special summon tickets, Frost Relic summon ticket, even the normal summon ticket, because it gives you food to sell shards and get extra points to eventually in 4 months buy a legendary shard in the shop. And yeah, that's it. That's my review of Sergius. Now let me know in the comments if you strongly disagree and for you he's broken. For me, I built him. I don't think I will ever touch him again. So yeah, it was for you guys. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope it helped you out and prevented of spending arena tokens. I will see you in the next video guys. Ciao.